Hi guys, and welcome to our channel Only in Australia, where you can find travel, adventure, food and culture that is unique to Australia's shores. We're here at the front door of New Parliament House. It's just called Parliament House these days. Cassandra has left the office for the day. She's walking around now. And you can see all the beautiful behind us is Old Parliament and the War Memorial, as you can see there. As you can see, the two flags as part of the Parliamentary Triangle. So that our bridges connect and make the edges of the triangle, and the city's just planned out beautifully. And the top of Mount Ainslie matches exactly down the line as well. So our tower up there. So as you can see, we're very planned and structured, and it's a beautiful place to be, and very free. Isn't it? Not free. We're going to get some more apples. Guys, we're here in New Parliament House. We're just above the main foyer. The Great Hall is down there, and we're going to walk now towards the Senate and Representatives and have a good look. As you can see, the whole house is made out of premium materials. It's marble banisters, beautiful tile floors, and everything's fantastic. And as you see, all the clocks here, they're everywhere, and they're to tell the parliamentarians they've got so many minutes to make it into the chamber. Otherwise they get locked out and their vote doesn't count in decisions. So these clocks are all at exactly the same time, and they're right throughout the house. So if they come out of their office, they know they've got so many seconds to make it to the chamber, or their vote doesn't count. So it's, yeah, you'll find in the old Parliament there were many, but not this many as well. So we're going to walk now to Senate and Representatives and have a look at those chambers of decision. Let's go. In the top level of the Great Hall, and as you can see down here, the Great Hall is where they hold dinners and have dances and things like that here at Parliament House. And it's a beautiful space, and yeah, you can see a grand piano there on the corner. So it's even though it's government and you know, the government watches the public purse, it has an air of austerity to it. It's quite a beautiful. Hi guys, as you can see here in the portrait area, there are portraits of all the old Prime Ministers, and you can see some of them served for long times, and others were the Prime Minister for less than a year. So this is William McMahon, and only 1 year as Prime Minister of Australia. And John Gorton, so he served a standard 3-year term, and then must have been voted out. And the Gorton building down there, the Department of Finance, I think it is, or Environment, is named after him. So lots of things in this area. J. McEwen, and they're all called the Right Honourable. This is Harold Holt. He actually went missing. He was swimming at a beach and went missing, and we never found his body. No one knows what happened to him. There were lots of rumours about being kidnapped by an American submarine and things like that, but who knows. This is Chifley, and there's a suburb and a hotel named after Prime Minister Chifley. Wow, this man was only Prime Minister for 1 week. So he must have come in at the Prime Minister, something must have happened, and then there was an election and he lost the election. He must have filled in a gap and then gone, we've never had a Prime Minister impeached in this country. So maybe he was there after Harold Holt and then they had an election and he lost and the other party came in, I'm not sure. Well, 1941, so he was a wartime Prime Minister. And Menzies here, he was Prime Minister twice, so he got obviously defeated in an election by that gentleman and then came back 8 years later. Wow, 1939, so I don't think he was Prime Minister for long. Scullin, I used to live in the suburb of Scullin. Yeah. (1915 to 23), so that was a good 8-year term. Wow, this man was only Prime Minister for 1 year. Let's head around the corner, see if we can find Kevin Rudd, because he's been Prime Minister of Australia twice. That looks like Julia Gillard, but I'm not sure. Yeah. Well, that's Queen Elizabeth. That's a big portrait of Julia Gillard. This lady was Speaker of the House, so she was never Prime Minister. Bronwyn Bishop. They used to say her hair was a beehive because it looks like a beehive. President of the Senate and Queen.
This is John Hawke. Queen Elizabeth II.
Julia Gillard, Prime Minister for 3 years, the first female Prime Minister in Australia. And she famously ousted Kevin Rudd in a vote inside the House between their own party. And ever since, that's been happening a lot. John Howard, he was Prime Minister for a long, long time. So, for 11 years. Paul Keating, he ousted Bob Hawke. And Paul Keating was the first Prime Minister in this new Parliament House. Bob Hawke was probably the most famous Prime Minister. He was, a bit of a larrikin, and I think he spent a lot of his time as being a surfer. He really didn't, but he was quite a hard worker in government. Malcolm Fraser, another quite famous one. And Whitlam, Gough Whitlam was sacked by the Governor-General, and on Old Parliament House steps he made the famous speech. What did he say? He said, "God save the Queen, but nothing will save the Governor-General," because he got fired by him. And I don't know where Kevin Rudd is. He's somewhere. So we just found out that there's no portrait here of Kevin Rudd, because he hasn't actually chosen an artist to paint him yet. And Kevin, of course, has been Prime Minister of Australia more than once. And there's a commission for $30,000 for someone who's good at painting that Kevin Rudd likes the work of. Mr. Nichols, nah. But yes, other people, if you're listening, yes, there is a chance for you there to be Kevin Rudd's portrait artist. And $30,000 for a painting isn't a bad gig, I think. Awesome. So the House of Representatives, this is where the government sits, and the government will occupy most of the seats down there. So the side that wins the most seats, or the coalition has the most, and they're the government. So when a vote happens, if the government has one extra seat, they'll just go slightly around to the other side. And the opposition sit on one side, the government on the other, and the speaker sits in a big throne-like chair and controls the debate as it goes along. And the government will introduce a bill or something they want to say, and then the opposition will either agree with it or not, and then they'll mediate over, and then eventually, normally, there'll be a vote in here. The government normally wins unless there's a vote of conscience where someone thinks it's not a good decision. You can come and watch. You can come and fill these galleries here and watch as they actually speak. That's right, and it's on TV. And it's interesting. So the Prime Minister sits on one of those big long benches, and the opposition leader sits on the other one with the closest ministers. So the people at the back are called backbenchers, and they're like ministers, but they're not. They don't have a portfolio, so they just represent a local area. Then the people at the front, in the front seats, they've all got a portfolio, so they might have the health portfolio, the defence portfolio, and basically it's all about putting through decisions that normally come from the Senate. So the Senate's like this; it's on the other side. And normally bills get introduced in the Senate and then come up here for a vote. So they'll either go through or they won't. And sometimes they get knocked back and they try again later on. So yeah, let's go. Here on the roof of Parliament House, and as you can see there are some amazing 360-degree panoramic views of this city. As you can see up there, the flag of the sun's right in your eyes, but the flag is the size of a double-decker bus on the huge flagpole, and huge awning skylight there. And yeah, you can see behind us is towards Woden, and over here is the War Memorial, City Centre. If you come to the front here, you can see the airport off to the right, and you can see we really are quite central in Canberra.
And I'm speaking a different language. Ça va, guys?
Ça va bien, merci. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Look out this window here, you can see the parliamentary triangle. That's so beautiful. See?
Oh, I see a square.
Yes.
Oh, is that a house up there?
As you can see, we are right at the pinnacle point of the parliamentary triangle. So look at there at the flagpole. As you can see, it's centred perfectly to Old Parliament's flagpole and the War Memorial, and then up there to Black Mountain Tower. If you look this way, that's Kings Avenue Bridge, the Defence Department there. And this is Commonwealth Bridge, and that goes up Northbourne Avenue towards Sydney. So they are the two arms of the triangle. And then of course they come across on the other side of the lake, facing all the national buildings. So yeah, this is the very head of the triangle. So we're right in the centre of it, the pinnacle point right here. So there you go. Sandra decided to run. It was much faster. Ethan's been rolling. He looks kind of like Elvis Presley over there. And we've had a good time, so thanks for watching. Oh. Thank you guys for watching our video. We hope you've enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe and share to keep us making more videos. Thank you.